Okay, welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about a new technology partnership. Manchester United is entering a partnership with DXC to look at digital transformation and how a club like Manchester United is using data, analytics, technology to innovate, to drive fan engagement and so on. So a super exciting topic that really combines things that so many of us are passionate about, sports and technology. And to help me untangle this super exciting topic, I'm joined today by Victoria Timpson, who is the CEO of Alliances and Partnerships at Manchester United. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
As well as Mark Hughes, who is the Chief Growth Officer for DXC Technology. Welcome.
Hello, really good to be here.
Yeah, it's so good to have you with us. So maybe we can start by you giving us an overview of what you do. So what do you do for Manchester United?
Hi. So as you said, I'm Victoria Timpson, CEO of Alliances and Partnerships. Been with the club for coming up to, over actually 14 years now. So my role has grown and expanded during that time. I'm responsible for the commercial activities at the club. So looking at new commercial partnerships and managing the success of those partnerships through the term, as well as looking at how we can engage with fans. So we believe and foster a fan-first culture at the club, and I think that DXC in this partnership really delivers on that promise of putting our fans at the heart of what we do.
Very good. And for anyone who doesn't know Manchester United, there can't be many people on the planet. Can you give us a very brief overview?
Absolutely. So I look forward to meeting those that don't know who Manchester United is. So Manchester United, in my humble view, is the greatest and largest football club on the planet. So we have over 1.1 billion fans and over 200 territories. We're built on promises of greatness, and youth is in our DNA. So we've always had an academy player in every team that we have fielded. So we really believe in giving youth a chance, and I know that that's something you're going to be speaking to John Shields about, who's the CEO of the Manchester United Foundation, later on in your discussions. In terms of the partnership with DXC, we really feel that there's synergies in terms of both greatness and our commitment to youth. So we again feel that this is a really intelligent partnership.
And Mark, what do you do for DXC, and maybe give us an overview of who DXC is?
Well, I'm the growth officer here at DXC, so responsible for all our growth across all our businesses. And really, DXC is all about finding the ways in which we can really bring digital transformation to life for our customers. You know, we service many of the world's largest companies. We're a Fortune 500 business where we work with many of, as I say, the largest global brands out there. And really that's all about how do we bring the power of technology to allow those customers of ours to thrive in whatever they are doing. Many organizations are really embracing technology, and we're at the forefront of that digital transformation of most of our customers. So it's really that how do you unlock that benefit for many organizations across the globe? And again, working as a principal partner now with Manchester United is really fundamental to how we accelerate our business and how we can do that together and understand how we can unlock the power of data, for example, with Manchester United to really enhance, as Victoria is saying, that fan experience, for example. Perhaps we'll talk a bit more about that later on.
Very good. So where are you with Manchester United at the moment? There's a new era starting, there's a new manager joining you, and there's a new partnership starting.
Absolutely. I think it's a very exciting time for the club. Exactly as you say, we are at the beginning of a new era. We have one of the most, if not the most exciting managers in Europe. We're investing in our players. As you will have seen. So I think from the club's perspective, we're committed to success. We have a new CEO in terms of Richard Arnold. We are looking forward to and excited by the challenges that are ahead. I think what we see with DXC is an opportunity to be able to build business intelligence, data analytics, data engineering into all of our processes, and actually harness the power of technology to inform our decisions both on and off the pitch, and to lead the way and to really inspire and recognise the greatness that is Manchester United.
Amazing. So why is this partnership so exciting for DXC?
Well, it's really important for, firstly, the fact that we can really demonstrate by working with Manchester United that capability that we have, and not just demonstrate, but actually put it into practice. So I think first and foremost, it's really important to us because the capabilities we have, as Victoria was just saying, around data and how we can take all of that data that is generated from all of the different aspects of what Manchester United does, and how we then bring that together in a platform, and then not just that data then doesn't just reside there, but we then actually use that to visualize it and then gain insights that can then really inform decision making right across the club. And that's really important. And again, Manchester United is a huge business, world-leading business. And again, we see many organisations that we work with really struggling to get that right. And I think that's what this partnership is really going to bring out. All of that data, all of those literally millions of data points that exist, how do you bring that together and then really use that to inform and also accelerate decision making? But it's not just about decision making. What we also see is that, as you were saying about that experience for fans, 1.1 billion reach. I mean, it's extraordinary, all the way from Mumbai to Manchester. You know, it's not just about 75,000 people in Old Trafford. Absolutely. It's about that community of 1.1 billion. So how do we enhance the experience, personalise the experience for that fan base through the app and through, for example, the TV experience as well, the media experience. So we're going to be really heavily involved in making sure that we can really further enhance that and further create a more personalised experience for the fans. But certainly doesn't stop there. You know, there's a lot more to it than that, because there's all aspects of that digital transformation across the club need to be brought into account to really then say, well, where are those use cases, as we call them in technology, to say, how could we use data to better inform decision making in all parts of what Manchester United does? So data right at the heart of it to create the conditions for a really successful digital transformation. And I think, to me, that's why this is so important, because I can't think of an area where we're working so closely with someone as a principal partner to really unlock the value and benefit that data can bring.
Yeah, and for me, it's a great showcase, isn't it? Because data and technology now matters to every organization. I believe that every company, every organization will become a data company and eventually a technology business.
Absolutely.
To some extent. So how important is technology and data to Manchester United?
It's critical to Manchester United. I think the extra 5% during a match is everything. And I think when we look at the data points that we collect through the academy, through Carrington, through every match that we have, the power within that data is transformational. So I think we're very excited and privileged to have this partnership, and we look forward to seeing the incredible things that we can do together.
Yeah, absolutely. So fan engagement, I guess, is one of those areas. You said 1.1 billion engaged fans somewhere, which is pretty amazing. How can you use data to make this experience better?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, that fan experience. So through the app, for example, which we're going to be responsible for, and making sure that we really enhance and really build on the great foundations that are there now to really personalize that experience, and bringing the data in to create the content for individuals who are watching it is something that we are coming to know and expect now, and that's the sort of power in which you can use data to do that. But it's way beyond that. You mentioned the academy. So we're already working with the academy, and that's really about using the data again that we're collecting there to then really enhance decision making, help the staff around the academy doing the fantastic work that they do, bringing on the youth and the next generation of players to really then help inform their decision making as well. So again, how corralling that data, not just about bringing it together, as I said earlier, really it's also about visualizing it and then using that visualization to gain insight, to then make better decisions, which not just helps the academy members, but also the staff around them as well. So those are a couple of examples of the things that we're already working on. And look, that's just the beginning. When I look across and the teams we have working on it now, some of the very best data scientists in the world already working with the team here at Manchester United to say, where are those other opportunities? Using our established methodology of mapping out the digital transformation roadmap, working out where all those use cases are. And of course, the thing about this is when you really bring data into that decision-making process, it's certainly not about anything just to do with IT. It's about the business as a whole and how can that inform and really all aspects of the business, as Victoria was saying, on and off pitch as well.
So the partnership between Manchester United and DXC goes beyond just looking at data and analytics in terms of fan engagement in the academy. It is also part of the Manchester United Foundation, which is a charity, and it's all about using your brand to do good in the world. So maybe you can give us a brief overview of what the Manchester United Foundation is.
Of course. The Manchester United Foundation is something that is very close to the heart of Manchester United, from Sir Alex through to Richard Arnold, who's our CEO, to myself, and John Shields, who you'll be meeting, and also to DXC. So there is a common thread of commitment and to working with children. So the foundation is primarily set up as it's a charity to work with underprivileged children in urban areas. So through the pandemic, for example, they worked tirelessly with children in Manchester, be it through food banks, through food package delivery, with various partners of Manchester United, to ensure that children who really were missing out, some children only had their one meal a day at school. So when school suddenly doesn't exist during a lockdown, that really does create huge challenges. So the foundation work in terms of delivering opportunities through teamwork and really building a sense of purpose through the foundation. And it's something that we feel that there is a natural extension through the societal and values that we share with DXC. So looking at how we can extend this beyond Manchester and taking the partnerships with the foundation more globally with DXC, and actually looking at from a commonalities of where technology can play a part in working with underprivileged children. So from a literacy perspective, there is a basic challenge in terms of literacy, and then building out from there in terms of STEM and how we can work with children around the world and increasing their opportunities and benefiting them. So it's certainly something that we feel very proud of, and we're really excited, and I think that sets DXC apart. I think it's a really important, powerful message, and I think that's something that we applaud and we're very grateful for.
Well, thank you so much, Victoria, and it really is one of our key values is about community. And what we have seen with the foundation, working with Manchester United already, is about how important the foundation and reaching out into those communities really is. Now, we all use technology every day, and there are those of us that are curious about all those great services that we have in our hands most of the day. Well, how does that work, and how do we really get there, and how do we enhance those sort of experiences that we're going to be doing with Manchester United? And so one of the things that we felt very strongly about when entering into this partnership was how could we serve that community certainly not just in the Greater Manchester area, but beyond as well, and about being quite practical about it. How do we go and talk to some of those young people, bringing some of the experts who work in our business to say, look, this is what a career in technology is really about. This is what STEM really means. This is why it's, why things like maths and other subjects, if you're interested and curious about those, there actually is a reason that you get good at that, because you can then, take that further into a career and perhaps be someone to work for a company like DXC in the future, and really providing those opportunities in a really broad sense about what actually working in technology really means. And I feel very strongly about that. That's why when we were lucky enough to work with Manchester United, work together with them as a principal partner, the fact that the foundation is such a strong part of what Manchester United was all about, or is all about, is really an exciting element to it. Just another fantastic part of the partnership that we have.
No, I love that. And being able to use technology and both of your influences to make the world a better place is pretty good. So what's next for this partnership? What are you excited about? Because at the moment there will be a digital transformation pipeline. I guess you're developing this at the moment. There's some exciting projects around delivering a data platform, around using data in the academy and working on the foundation. Where do you think it can go next?
I think it's endless. I think that the opportunities for technology and for digital transformation and growth, I think we have the opportunity to continue to set the standards. I think from both on and off the pitch, as I have said before, this is a partnership that enables us to harness our future in conjunction with the excitement of Eric as our new manager and Richard at the helm. So I think that really in terms of that answer, it's infinite. Without giving you specificity on what the future specifically holds.
Well, I mean, we're really excited. And of course, it's about all that excitement, all that endless possibility. How do we corral that into a series of things that we're going to do? We've pointed out a few things already. The platform, the visualization, the insights that gives us from getting the data into that platform, pretty key. The work we're already doing with the academy. But the other thing which we mustn't forget is to corral that into a digital transformation roadmap, as we call it, and really understanding what those use cases are. Where are the benefits right across the club for where they and it's often by engaging with those leadership people, or not just leadership, but the members of the club, players themselves even, and saying, well, where do you see things going, and what are those things that you would really like to have that would help be able to run your particular part of the club in a different way that would enhance that. So it's about capturing those use cases and then putting them into a series of sprints, as we call them, in terms of how we then deliver and create those deliverables against it. So this is really the beginning. And as Victoria was saying, the opportunities really are quite endless in many respects, because it really needs to be driven by, firstly, being able to demonstrate what the data can do in certain areas, and then the read across into other areas. We find that working with many of our large customers, that is something which, when they embark upon this, they quite look at it in this way, but then quickly realize that it expands right out into many areas which they hadn't previously thought of. I'm sure that's the same thing that's going to happen here, and there's going to be great insight that through that foundational platform for the data that we're going to be developing is going to pay really big dividends across all activity across the club. But it's about being structured, creating the roadmap, making sure we know what those deliverables are, and then executing against them.
Very good. Thank you so much, Victoria and Mark, for joining me. This is definitely a new era, an exciting starting place to really leverage technology to transform and help you transform the club. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.